Level 6, you have to be a little bit careful, but Xerxes needs to focus on these side lanes. Top lane should win in isolation, so you can think of that as a guarantee, and then just stay towards his bot side. They need to make sure that if they do play towards bots, that the die lose that game against Astralis. It was Finn on the gangplank, amazing barrels, like you said. Hang on a second, we've got Xerxes up towards the top side here.
The graphics curse comes through the moment we bring one up. Action begins to happen.
Yeah,
and they're going to just get first blood. Well managed by the top jungle duo from XL.
Simple and easy. odoamne should be alright. No phase rush on the Sion to proc that, and the wave. They can find an engage here, SK.
Charging comes the Sion, looking to chop down a few members of XL. The ultimate comes through from Markoon, but it's blocked by a well-timed wind wall. Stun onto the Sion, but he's a damn tanky member into the last breath. Chunked out pretty low, but the turnaround begins to come through as Xerxes. The next target is Sejuani, another tank. In there goes, they knock him up! Certus is deleted. VTO claims that kill. The mid laner falls for SK and XL, 2 kills on the board. And they're going to head over towards this dragon and stop the stacking.
So it's SK who look for the initial engage, but Irrelevant goes too deep, has to flash away. Certus thinks he can clean the fight by going in, but Patrick pops the exhaust, has the shield bow. I think he also knocked up Certus in his E or ult animation. We'll have to see that again. But regardless, XL stopped the... It is. We'll see what he builds towards. Looks like a Shadow Flame Warrior. Rabbitox, here comes the engagement.
On to the Maokai. They've not needed the Sion to chop that tree down, but he'll escape for now. odoamne being turned onto his crocodile hunting season. Dos gets the kill. The cat scratches that post down. And Xerxes trying to ward off Exakick, who won't go any further, but quick pick.
They want to start this up as SK will go towards the dragon. Neither of these teams want to take the bluff.
VTO managed to get back and got that death cap. He did not teleport back, so he's still got that ability to return to base, use the teleport to end up somewhere else on the map, and that is a very, very big victor.
Need to make a decision soon because Certus is pushing bot. They have to start up the Baron and get the Akali TP, then look to disengage or go for a full turn. It's going to be hard onto the Sion though. Maybe they're going to look for a Yasuo knock-up turn. No vision in the pit yet. Are they just going to flip it? It looks like a 50-50.
Here we go. What was in the kitchen was a burger all along. Massive knock-up. Baron down to 2,500. Irrelevant in the pit. In goes Markoon, looking to get the Baron down. He's stolen it! SK steal the Baron, and the hearts of XL fans break as Certus begins to clean up a number of the members alongside Exakick. Targamas flashes, but I don't know how far you can run. The door's been knocked down, and 4 members have fallen alongside the Baron.
Their lives came down to a 50-50 and they've lost it. SK steal the Baron right in front of them. XL went for such a risky call, and why? They were in control. They could have just secured a dragon. They could have just put vision around this Nash. But they went for the risky play, and it's backfired. And SK are taking so many objectives here. They're taking mid tier 2, bot tier 2 is almost down. They have Nash buff, they're getting dragon. All of this advantage that XL have accrued is just fallen apart.
It looked so good, and the blink of an
word I have to describe this is why for XL, and now VTO might be caught. He has flash, but his team's nearby. Maybe they can turn this onto Certus.
Certus has been denied enough number of times. Throws down that Shuriken flip, flashes away, still hit by that Glacial Prison, but the teleports have been channeled. Markoon into the backside alongside the Yuumi, trying to rebuild up. Certus does fall. 1 Baron down, Irrelevant, beginning to trade on to odoamne alongside the Zeri. Markoon is there with Dos. They do kill Odo. It's a 1-for-1 right now.
Going in.
Exakick throws down that Spark Surge, begins to throw out some more of the Qs, but I think that's it for now. XL will take the 1-for-1, but they do not get any more.
Gonna lose this bot tier 2. They lack a little bit of wave clear because VTO is really low. He's their reliable way of clearing out these creeps, but he has to run all the way to base, so that means SK can start pushing in. Patrick can't really walk up. Xerxes trying his best, but with Sion in front of the Zeri, the front to back is just so simple and standard. They might just burn through an inhib here. Need to be careful though, because Odo's up in 20. Certus doesn't have TP. Do they want to opt into this 4v4?
Knock up onto Irrelevant, but he is so tanky at this point. 2 items complete, a Radiant Virtue that will be active with the ultimate that comes online now. VTO, 3 items, looking to find a way to carry this game, to do what he did so many times before in seasons past and find a way for XL to remain in with a hope of finding playoffs, but they've got to turn around. That is easier said than done. There's a Yuumi, there's a Maokai, there's a Sion, and there's a QSS, but they'll try. In goes SK to turn this one around. The wind wall is not bad. It's not a bad Glacial Prison either, but already the turret goes down. Certus to the backside, trying to turn it around. They do get a kill back to 1 for none right now. VTO flashing away from that massive smash, but Exakick is untouched. The lightning surges, and he's looking more like T1's top laner because Zeus is throwing out the Thunderbolts.
XL are limping. They need to get back to base. VTO really low alongside Xerxes. Their tower has fallen. 1 Nexus tower down. SK setting their sights mid now. Do they have a wave? They do, so they're going to step up. Exakick double buff. Subrunners up as well. Patrick down for Certus, but as long as Irrelevant and Marcoon protect the Zeri.
Odo goes in, but it's a last gasp, and that Crocodile is boots once more. 3v4 here in the mid lane. We've got an inhibitor down already. Marcoon flashes forward to get onto VTO. He's desperately trying to survive, but Victor, his glorious evolution ends here, ends now. XL are holding on by their fingernails in this game.
VTO got out, they have to base. If he recalls there, I think VTO can push SK back. Dragon grasping at straws here. Blue Orb in, 13k on the Baron HP. But Akali's lying in wait, waiting for them to walk up. VTO has no flash. 8k, 7k.
Xerxes spotted by the sapling. Certus on the flank. The teleport comes through, but it might just be too little. It sure feels like it's too late. XL are desperately trying to find their way to the pit, but it is, as you say, gone. Pactus throws down a last breath, and that is such an ultimate. Exakick is murdering them all. A double for him already. Certus cleans up a third. Exakick would love to claim the Sejuani to boot. But that's it. You've got VTO and a Sejuani, and the teleports come through. XL, your winter split ends here.
SK have got all they need to put the nail in their coffin. 30-second respawn timers. They're grouped as 5. They're going straight for the Nexus. And off the back of a stellar performance from Exakick and the support of Marcoon by his side on SK, they will push XL out. And they might play tomorrow, yes, but we won't see them until spring.
It's a swan song tomorrow. The dream, the miracle run. It was not to be, an SK stamp their authority with a monster Baron play.
Nothing short of a failure. That XL lineup really, isn't it? Coming in, everyone thought this was going to be a top 4, but not even a top 8. And they can play their hearts out tomorrow, but that's it. Statistically, they are out of the top 8. SK will be happy, putting themselves at 5 wins now. Next to teams like Vitality and G2, trying to contest that top 4 themselves.
It is, as you say, a disappointment. They've got time now to go into this break, and yes, it will be disappointing. Yes, it will.
Wukong domestically, that was like it was like 13, 14 and 0. I remember hearing that stat. Something about this champion that just makes it so who the top team fights are great, and then maybe that allows you to have a good win rate on it. We'll see. We'll see if he can keep that win rate. Playing together, big CS lead for Perkz, trying to cover top here. Bo, no ghost on Adam, so if they can land a little bit of damage and then land the ultimate, I don't think there's a way for Adam to escape. Here he goes, might have to flash though.
Cease, desist. Adam is unstoppable and inverts that attempt from the Vi, who will look to make sure that he's getting out of jail. Free away from the flash. Bo leaves with nothing, and now the turnaround from Sheo could potentially come on through. But with the red buff, I'm not sure he wants to miss the Q over the wall! He missed the Q over the wall, now the cycle could come on through. Bo dies for first blood! Is this the best jungler in the league?
What an outplay! See what Shio's thinking about. He's thinking about going on to Bo. No flash, no Q.
This is an opportunity. There's that Cyclone again. The tidal wave afterwards is just bad weather. Bo taken out of the wall once more. Sheo taking names, a second kill onto Bo. Link turret already so low. You've got a Herald to work with. You've got Umbral Glaive. You feel like this map is about to get mighty small and mighty dark for BDS unless they pull the trigger very shortly. Like
good cover here.
Perkz gets jumped, tries to throw down the ultimate, and Nuke just outplays it. Perkz is shut down, Neon taken out, on top of Kaiser, Adam goes as well. A double for Sheo, and the moment we asked for it, BDS deliver.
Well, we expect them to come online in the mid-game, and they have, but Vitality was trying to... Tier 1. Sheo will see Bo blast cone over, maybe they can punish this. Adam's looking.
That's going to be a 3v2, and Bo is taken into no man's land. Arrow afterwards is pretty good, but already Sheo on a rampage, Adam shoved away. Perkz will have to disappear as his jungler falls.
Sheo's playing the information game really, really well, ever since that sole point, but they need to start finding towers so they can crack open the map a bit more.
Yeah, it does feel like a mix between smart macro in terms of finding people to punish, but yet to convert that to the structures, but this'll do! Neon is absolutely eviscerated by Crownie. He decides the level 1 needed a little bit of reparations here. Fast enough on his feet to get on out to safety. Sheo.
For Bo.
He's just been punishing both the entire game. 0-3-0. He's just not been having fun, this Vi. Violence is on to her. She's going to try to turn around. Radiant Virtue healing is pretty good, but she's dead regardless. Neon tries to trade on out, but there are many members of BDS. Flash away from Kaiser. Perkz taken desperately low as well, but he'll have to get on out as well with a solid shifting stance.
Is Baron on the cards? Perkz has to be. Vitality already started it up. Nuke has a good position to look for a flank. Doesn't have the ultimate up just yet. Neon's trying to group with the rest of his team. BDS will look to engage.
Battle lines are drawn, everyone's alive. Nuke, as you said, looking for that flank down to 5,000 HP as the Dragon. Soul point for Vitality if they can claim it. In goes Adam over the wall, dragging out one member. Bo is away. Dragon secured by BDS, and Bo falls for the 5th time. Surely does so to Adam. Now Photon looking to avenge his fallen jungler. Adam dash away fast he can. Perkz is here as well. Photon gets one, and the skip and the slash will claim 1 life, but no more.
The idea was good. BDS used the ultimate to take Bo out of the pit to secure is where it's coming from. But Nuke's looking for the all-in.
Yeah, does trying to find the angle.
Nice
Fantastic stopwatch. Overcomes Photon. Now Nuke does not want to be here anymore. Gets slowed by the needlework, and he is slipped into a very small grave.
Big pick for Vitality. That's 50 seconds on the Akali with no TP. Is that their opportunity to go towards the Baron? Vitality can get it down quite quickly with the Azir and Gwen, but Neon needs to be careful.
Neon does not like that. The light's being put out. He survived with a flash over the wall. Photon looking for the turnaround. The tidal wave is good, but the hollow ground is put down, and you need to respect that. Bo taken down again. Crownie on a killing spree, but Perkz trying to get as much damage as he can. A good route means Shadow taken low, not taken out though. Photon is dead. The Gwen is down, cannot survive enough. It's not immune enough. Adam throwing down the Untofo strikes, but will eventually be felled by Neon.
Photon and Bo die for Neon's mistake. He tried to join the rest of his team, but BDS collapsed onto him, Crownie from being able to join the fight.
Here we go again. Bo goes for the ultimate, will invalidate that warrior. Trickster arrow is going to be dodged away from Sheo. No use of the summoners, but now Adam to the backline, looking to get on top of someone. Bo goes golden, but for how long? This statue is broken right back down by Nuke. Photon, though, turns it around, diving in with the Hallow Mist. Nuke so low, will use the R2 to escape. Labrov flashes away from his former teammates in Vitality. Now they are being shoved in onto a 1-for-1 trade, but it is Vitality with the shove, Vitality with the higher health bars.
I can hear the players screaming. Vitality just trying to barrel it down mid right now, get this inhibitor maybe, or just the tower. Dragon is up, that'll put them on soul point, so that's an easy exit objective. Needs to be a little bit careful about their tempo on the top side of the map. If they commit numbers down here to get this Dragon, there is an angle where BDS could just look to rush. What BDS are up to, Shio's not even in the pit. Their jungler is standing on red. Bo, does he have a ward? Yes, he does.
No idea, they're still behind
Neon,
that
no flash.
Oh, Bo, you've got to be so careful. Sheo spotted on top of Bo, but he's going to try to turn around. Good chains of corruption, and Sheo is engaged. Finally is punished, but no! Bo dies for the 8th time this game. Perkz turns it around, though, and now Adam trying to trade onto Photon, but this Gwen is having none of it. Perkz with a monstrous Emperor's Divide, and Nuke is divided from his health bar. Adam will ghost away, but the jungler and mid laner is traded, but Perkz dies as well, alongside Neon, who fell somewhere in the fight, and I missed it.
Photon is keeping Vitality alive. He's doing
certainly an amount of damage done by an Akali, but Baron started. It's time for another go. These last few fights have been frenetic, they've been scrappy, and they have been a little bit indecisive. Sheo has got a flank, he could get in on here, he's been so good this game. Adam into the backside, Bo tries to go through! Bo gets Adam! And now they're going to try and turn it around. Massive damage onto Perkz, goes golden, but Crownie's going to have a double shot, and they'll double tap Perkz in the head.
Shio and Nuke with an amazing flank. Neon and Kaiser offered nothing to that fight. They just died instantly. Perkz falls as well. It's on Bo. Doesn't have any vision in the pit.
He survives, but at what cost?
Photon's running mid, they're looking to end. Nuke's just based as well. Maybe he TP's back here once he sees the Akali. Can Photon end against Nuclear Int?
It's a level 17 Gwyn with 3 items. Bo could try and steal 3,000 HP. He's dead. Another death in the column for Bo. Photon backs out of the base. The end doesn't happen.
You can't really blame him. He had no vision, he had no wards, he had no idea what the health bar was. He may as well just try and blast cone in.
Wukong has run this game. Bo has not been so difficult, but maybe Kaiser can find all the world, all the game on one arrow. Labrov taken out by his former team. Bo, though, hits a shuriken flip, will not have the E2 come on through.
Yeah, Photon, though, is looking for Shio. He has flash. Perkz is playing really aggressive here.
Praised him, but maybe Sheo gets punished. Photon continues to chase, continues to try and bring the Monkey King down. Shut down by Photon's Gwen.
50 seconds on the respawn, and looking at the minimap here, I think the Dragon is spawning soon. We don't have the exact timer, but it will spawn.
In this case, a doll come to life that you want to step up to.
I can hear the players screaming they want to take a fight, Vitality, but Shio...
He's going 1v1 versus a level 17 Azir. He's winning it! But forced out the stopwatch is in his Azir turret there as well. Has the stopwatch, looking at Q, gets the kill! Sheo is just a monster. Bo eats a culling on his way to the grave. Crownie is not a man to be denied this game. Neon just about alive. Nuke flashing on away. Photon gets a double shut down. Now it's his turn to go into the back end of this one. He's getting slowed down by Adam and shut down. Gwen eats a taste of her own medicine, not immune to that.
Where are the waves? Adam's got a cannon minion in top. Top wave's coming in slowly. There's a mid wave.
Poke this bot lane. It's not been the same level of dominance that we saw in the early levels. Now BDS have broken this base open. BDS looking to go to 5 games and starts to push towards the top end of that table. The dream of top 2 is in there. Sheo goes in again. Are you not entertained? Kaiser sure isn't.
Sheo gets the bot lane off Vitality, but Perkz is back. He's TP'd behind them. Can they get out here, Vitality?
You think you're good? Wait till you meet the Western Goat. Perkz goes on in, gets a kill. Sheo now must escape, but there's nowhere for him to go. Maybe I've spoken too soon. Will look to make Poe's life a little bit difficult, but the soldiers go forward and bring down Sheo.
A lot of gold over to Vitality, but what is the play?
Undefeated coming into the LEC, now has the most deaths of a single player in this season. Previous deaths with Targamas, but now Perkz.
He's dead.
Maybe I should have been looking at the screen a little bit more as Perkz goes down. Barons, 4 seconds off spawning.
Enough time, and they know they can get this Baron down quick enough.
Wave shoving in top side, but BDS are leaving it for now. They'll go claim it once they have the Baron. Bo trying to find his way on over. It has been a very difficult game for him on this 5. Baron secured. Photon secures that tier 2. To go back right now. Nuke on a flank was spotted out by Kaiser.
30 seconds on this Elder. BDS are just going to keep these waves in. Here comes a tidal wave. Do they engage on it? Neon stepping up.
Thinking about it, Crownie steps forward, but he's going to get assistance, and he goes absolutely miles! Where has he gone? It's Antarctic, he's been put on ice! Perkz throws down the Emperor's Divide, trying to hold the lines. Adam goes golden, Vitality still alive, but now Perkz diving forward, goes golden himself, has used that stopwatch. Bo gets a start at the Labrov, who goes over the wall, staying alive.
Look at Photon go!
For Photon, snip, and the strings of fate are cut. Vitality fight 3, BDS, it's all thrown away. Crownie's about to meet the wrong end of a giant pair of shears, and the garden is pruned, shut down to the hands of Bo.
Where are the waves, though? They're all in Vitality's base. This is going to be a really frustrating play. They down. There will be another fight. No Baron for 3 minutes, 30 seconds, so it's not like Vitality can turn towards another massive objective. Pull the trigger. BDS, maybe the smartest call here is just to drop the in-him. Cunning can be used to buy 1 more wave's time, but they have to defend the Nexus. There's no reason to step up here. If they do, I can tell you, Bo will be flying right at them, and they'll try to start a fight straight away. Mid-in will fall. They can't get triple in if there's no top wave, so Vitality wants to play.
BDS, they've got to hold on. They've got to wait for this Elder Dragon to pop. Surely, Crownie just had a range of that Chains of Corruption. Perkz on the other side. Stun onto Adam. One turret falls. The Nexus beginning to get increasingly bare. Bo goes in. He's once again taken absolutely into Narnia. But is it the Lion, the Witch, or the Wardrobe he's dealing with? He's taken down, but he's got a GA this time around. Adam taken so low. Remember, the Elder Dragon can start to roar. Adam is down. Photon on a killing spree once more. Perkz gets a kill while he's a damn statue. And Vitality at 6 and 2.
What a game from Vitality. Constantly downing kills, but always fighting back. Amazing end to the game. 2 small waves to play on an Elder Dragon, and they managed to pull it off. BDS found so many amazing picks. What a great game from Sheo as well to fight back against Bo. But what mental resilience from Bo to just keep going in. Once you die, and you die so many times, just try again. And Bo kept finding the backline and buying enough space so that Photon and Perkz could take over.
It was extraordinary stuff from them, and you know...
Sense, but on hit might help you later on in the game.
Well, the Manlines have a lot of dive, which does mean that Kazi kind of has to play a little bit independently, because when the Vi or the Sylas dives in, you actually expect the Yuumi to be on.
For the Manlines mid lane.
Yeah, so a bit awkward overall for Nisqy. Jankos wants to get a little bit of information. Now he knows, oh, this is dangerous.
He's got the flash, doesn't have the decoy right now. Nisqy on the chase, nowhere for Jankos to go, step too far. And immediately Alioya jumps in and claims first blood.
Interesting. So
that Jack Spectra, when he hits 6, can influence the top side of the map, whereas Carzzy cannot with that arrow. Mercer does spot Elyoya here, puts down the turret. Elyoya just stunned up and Mercer gets him. Nisqy next on the menu as Ruby goes forward. Hylissang's going to join up with his teammate, but Mercer able to get the solo kill pretty much there on the enemy jungler. Another stun going down. Nisqy low. Mercer looking for the chase. Red buff. Autumn's. Nisqy flashes forward. Mercer will fall. Nisqy though unable to be saved by Hylissang. Not quick enough to pounce on his teammate and save his life. Hylissang forced away. Ends up being a 2-for-1 in favor of Heretics. Jankos started up the Rift Herald. Chasey's come across to try and answer that.
Hylissang.
Jump onto Elyoya. Get in with the Bolt Breaker. The cease and desist in the final chapter could end Evi's life for the first time this game. Chasey pulls him back with the all-out. Evi trying to get away, but there's the Bolt Breaker. Don't even need the final chapter. Chasey takes the kill.
Evi choosing not to use the Dominus recognizes that he's likely going to...
The Scryer's bloom here, so Elyoya should know there's at least one person in the area. Mercer trying to wade around the corner. Prowling Projectile marks him for a second. There's the final chapter. Maybe a bit presumptuous there from Hylissang. Does still land the root, and there's the cease and desist as well, but Mercer puts down an upgraded turret, and that's not where you want to be fighting. Elyoya flashes away and dives over with Hylissang, but now it's a numbers advantage for Heretics. Jankos able to take the first one. Carzzy trying to trade down towards the bottom side. He will kill off Jack Spectra, and Mercer too. It's 2 from Mad Lions bot lane, but Hylissang is down. So is Carzzy, and in the end, Heretics come out on top.
Ends up being a 3-for-2 in favor of Heretics, and wow, Mad Lions, they are hungry for these early game fights. I think that with the power of this Heimerdinger, they need to be
them away from your jungler, so even though your jungler's not getting it and you don't get the extra smite out of it, you still manage to get something. Smite across the wall. Jankos here for Elyoya. They are fighting in the bush right now, but the arrow connects and Jankos nowhere for him to go. Ruby gets his second kill of the game.
Just like that?
15 minutes.
Oh,
but they have 100% win when they have a lead at 15 minutes. So assuming Heretics win this game, both those 100% will stay true. Now, Jack Spectra being caught out isn't the best sign for them winning the game.
Doesn't look good, no.
As he does die down towards the bottom lane, but we don't know.
Does get punched in the face.
Yeah, he got punched away from it, but Heretics all pushing in the mid lane here. As you say, Elyoya is still on that dragon. Would be the second of the game for them. Nisqy trying to defend, but the Rift Herald charge alongside. A little bit of extra damage will be enough. Jankos
that was the kill.
There.
I thought that was the clone.
I thought it was the clone too. I was like, don't get distracted. But Jankos falls. Nisqy now shuffled back into the rest of the team. Pops a stopwatch. The rest of his team are trying to collapse, but I think Nisqy will be dead before they can get there. Do Heretics still want a little bit of this Barney?
It's cool.
My problem with Yuumi skins is 90% of the time you don't really get to see them that much, right? Emperor's Divine used in the top lane as Ruby shuffles away, but here is Chasey. The Sundisk put down. Stopwatch will help that Sundisk spawn a little bit, but Chase can tank it for quite a while. Ruby trying to flash away, and in the end he can't fight up against 2v1. Mercer's on his way though. That fed Heimerdinger.
Decided not to commit to it.
Off the council this time.
Valiant effort though. Jack Spectra going to be forced to flash after the Shurelya's was popped by Hylissang. The collapse was real, but here we are. Jankos looking to get revenge for his mid laner.
Mercer's trying to get a bit of revenge himself as well. Nisqy flashes away, dashes back in, and the Ignite will tick. Mercer gets another one. However, the rest of Mad Lions are on the chase. Cease and desist onto Jankos. Could this be a Baron for Mad Lions? They have 4 members up towards this top side. Might decide against doing it. Instead, just recalling off Mercer. Go on, Mercer. Yeah, hit him with a grenade. Get it, Mercer!
Oh, that was
said there wasn't enough gold on the Heimerdinger, Eddie.
Oh my word.
Carzzy, this is deep.
Elyoya is here to help, but it's not going to be enough. Ruby gets a shutdown. Ebi picks up another one, and what was a good play? There are 2 good wards over the wall. He'll drop the control ward, and now it all comes down to Elyoya. Can he get the steal? Nisqy joining the fight.
Trying to get there in time.
Remember, Jankos not there yet.
They're keeping Elyoya away. Mercer taking up the Baron right now, but look at the damage already onto Ruby. He's down. Mercer might fall as well. Almost falls just to the Baron damage. Don't stand in it, Mercer. Oh, they get it. The smite comes true. Stolen ammo onto the Jankos clone. Mercer escapes with 24 Heretics. They started 1-2, then they went 2-1, and Jankos said this was their 3-0 week. Scaling, trying to understand how they play together as a team. So far it seems to be working out, but perhaps right now they need to save Evi. Dominus being popped, Chasey going in with the all-out as well, and that Yuumi's doing a lot of work. The arrow goes wide, Hylissang rooted and locked up with that Cyclone. Tried to dash onto someone else, but couldn't quite get there in time.
So the problem for Mad now is that by leaving Nisqy bot with no TP, Heretics can actually just keep pushing. They know that they have a numbers advantage, and they have the range advantage. There's no way that Elyoya is going to commit to a fight here, especially without Carzzy's ultimate being available. So this will be a tower advantage for Heretics, but now they're going to choose to disengage, and this is smart because you know that Nisqy's going to come back to base. He's going to spend that gold. Look for this tower. See if they can knock this one down, but good wave clear from Ruby means that he'll hold it for now. Over the wall.
All in onto Ruby here. Final chapter coming out, and Ruby's dead where he stands. The tower will not fall. Shirelli is used by Mad Lions to escape.
Really great play.
Eddie burned the TP as well.
Yep. And that's
do quite a lot of work for you. Elioya coming down towards this bottom side. Ruby's going to slide away. Season desist. There's the Emperor's the Sun Disc coming out. The Emperor's Divide used as well. The arrow wide, but Jankos is coming to join his team. Nisqy flashing forward though. Hinasan kills off Ruby. Mercer trying to escape. Nisqy will take him down. Another shutdown as Chasey falls down towards the bottom side. Jack Spectre has to flash. And Ebby wasn't with this fight at all. Nisqy, level 16 with a Yuumi on his back. Makes it very difficult for Heretics, right? So I think they know. The question is whether or not they can actually react in time for anything here. The turrets have gone down. They're on their way, but it's already down to 2,000 HP. The arrow goes out.
Good arrow.
And the Baron secured by Team Heretics. It's punch for punch, jab for jab in this.
Burn even more off of Jack Spectre after Kazi was able to get good burst. Now, the flank in from Elioya, the movement speed from the Yuumi. They're looking for Ruby.
Jack Spectre isn't with the team and doesn't have the arrow. There's the Emperor's Divide going in. Good stopwatch by Ruby. Counter Emperor's Divide. Nisqy will fall first. On the back line, Elioya still trying to survive through the cyclone with Hylissang strapped to his back, but Chasey going in. Now in the midst of 5 members of Heretics, Jack Spectre's joined the party, and Mercer will secure the kill. You could see what Mad Lions wanted to do. Jack Spectre was not there, didn't have the ult TP on Ebby, but it feels a little greedy to go for this full push. 10 seconds on Nisqy, there's the teleport in. The Aaron Takazi immediately casting Jack's cleanse away from that. Ebby going in, move the spreader to stun onto Kazi once again, but he's got the Mikhails. This time, Elioya dives onto the backline, can't kill off Jack Spectre. Kazi's still alive, and Nisqy now back to party, back to fight. The arrow hits, and the AP arrow will do a ton of damage. It's a triple. He's looking for the quadra. He kills Jankos for the back to kill, and the TP into Heretics base.
And Mad Lions off the back of that single penta may have just won the game. It looked like it was over, it looked like it was done, but Kazi with some phenomenal footwork, able to buy enough time for Nisqy to come back into the game and potentially end it all. Those are some long death diamonds. 10 seconds on Mercer. Can he be the savior for Heretics?
I don't think he has it in him. Minions pushing in Shirelius to try and speed them up. They're on the Nexus towers already. Mad Lions on the brink of defeat. They clasp a victory. It seems Mercer up now. Against 4, it's Heimerdinger versus the world. And he will, for the moment, like Atlas, hold the world.
It's only the mid lane.
You don't win
Jack
these.
Spectre.
You don't win these.
Ooh, that's a lot of damage.
Huge amount of damage. The arrow going wide in response. Elioya trading with Jankos up towards the bottom side, but Mercer is there. Jankos tries to dive away. The piercing arrow finds his mark. Kazi cold. Browning projectile as well with the final chapter. Ruby's going to get booted in place. Nisqy flashes forward. And the Emperor has his soldiers used against him. It's an uprising. It's a betrayal by his own team as he is killed off. 2 more kills make it 3. Chasey TP.
He's catching the wave.
Catching the wave, sure. We'll say that's happening. As Nisqy now looking towards the top lane. Wave pushing in mid, that super minion finally killed off. Mad Lions don't have the minions right now, but in about 15 seconds time, those supers will be knocking on the Nexus tower, the one remaining. Jack Spectre and Mercer. Well, Mercer's held the line once before, but I feel like this might be the last battle of the 300. The gates of Thermopylae are closed, but Mad Lions want to open up them pretty quickly. First Nexus tower, the target. Mercer, Jack Spectre can only watch. Jankos now stepping forward. The Nexus tower down, but the Nexus now on the cards for Mad Lions. Jankos will be forced away, but the Nexus will still be taken, and Mad Lions will claim their spot at the top of the LEC.
Mad Lions now tied alongside Vitality in another clutch comeback game. It feels like that's just been the story of today. A single fight has just very quickly swung the game in a direction that you did not expect. We saw it from SK with a beautiful fight from them at the start of the day. We saw it again from Vitality in the previous game, and now we're seeing it from Mad. But for Nisqy to secure a pentakill in the way that he did, just great performance. And especially against someone like a Vi, if you catch her without a Q, she's going to be in trouble. There's no way that she's going to be able to beat you in the isolated 1v1. And you look at Trundle plus Ryze as a mid-jungle duo. Can you burn their flash? As an engaged support, it becomes very difficult to stop the onslaught, but Fnatic is looking for a fight.
113 already level 3, Zhongkun coming in as well. The flash chase from 113, Zhongkun looking for the bubble as well, and Vassal gets nowhere to go! 113 on the board, the Troll King finds first blood.
Of course, Razork not able to get level 3 doing a bit of HP, but it's fine. Means Finn gets to move first. Humanoid has his eyes on Dio.
Slide in, shovels him back as well. And even though Dayor flashes, no escape for him. The Jet Jump's coming out as well. Dayor trying to get away, but you just can't escape Fnatic. Cease and desist underneath the tower. Now Razork not in the best of shapes. He has the flash. 1-1-3 trading back with the Subjugate. Tidal Wave used as well, just to distract Fnatic for long enough.
So, good play from Fnatic. They're able to get themselves on the kill board, and it happens around mid lane. You can see only a 1,000 gold advantage for Kobbe overall. Not the worst position to be in. As Humanoid.
And here's Razork as well into the cease and desist. Dayor just doesn't get a chance to move. After they burnt his flash, they knew Dayor was going to be the punching bag.
A bit of redemption for the mid jungle of Fnatic. Slightly shorter range. It's easier for them for Fnatic to walk in. Let's see if they can get a big fight. This is going to determine a lot in this game.
Really on how much damage Kobbe and Dayor can put down in this fight. Infernal Chains sidestepped by 1-1-3. Razork now starting up the Dragon. This is where the wards play a big impact. They know Finn's not there. Immediately they engage. Tidal Wave trying to dissuade them. 1-1-3 still alive on the backline. Dayor going in as well. And Kobbe with Culling is able to take down one. One to the one. Into a three-man. No! Into the realm warp. It's destruction. It's devastation. It's death for Fnatic in the river.
Fnatic fall apart as Kobbe walks away with a triple kill. And for the first time in Fnatic's history, they may not make playoffs. The third Dragon of the game will go into the hands of Astralis. And what a beautiful play from Finn. He was looking for the flank. Fnatic saw that he was looking for the flank, so they went for the engage, but they could not convert it into a good fight. And in the chaos of the quickly Astralis can force it down. 1-1-3 has spotted Rekkles.
Rekkles has the flash, Chain of Corruption, uses the flash, blast cones, rocks away, but the Realm Warp now there and the Tidal Wave chasing him down, and Rekkles is caught! And Astralis find him. Baron is available to them.
He ends up losing his life there. The Baron is now an option, and Razork needs to try and steal. Finn's Mega Knight is going to disappear, and ward has not been cleared just yet.
Once more into the breach for Fnatic,
This
one
is your
chance
moment,
for Razork. Humanoid there, Kobbe going in, Kobbe flashes the Emperor's Divide! Baited and outsmarted! Kobbe takes down the Emperor, and now it's even more difficult for Fnatic. They still have 3 alive, the hook goes wide as Razork can get into the pit, but he's got no flash for at least 20 seconds, and Fnatic realize they have no option to go in. Instead, they must forfeit the Baron. Astralis. 4,500. Astralis would have the head-to-head, but winning here keeps your fate in your own hands as Astralis tries to make that fate come a little bit quicker. Finn once again with a double 9 to the wall into the Aqua Prison. There's just no chance to move, not a second of hesitation. Astralis on the offensive, and Fnatic all they can do is dash and die and dodge away as Astralis push in for the inhibitor towers.
Fnatic getting closer and closer to the organization's worst split in their history as Astralis dominates the early game. They have their eyes on the Nexus and they are looking for a top 8 spot.
Only 3 minions there, cease and desist on the backline, but immediately Razork is locked up. 2 minions left, only 1 now. Astralis will tank it, but this tower's going to be pretty damn tanky right now, and Astralis realize it. They cannot close it out now. They back away. They don't want what happened to Heretics to happen to them. The game could turn on a knife edge. Joining up with his team. Finn is down towards the bottom lane. Kobbe's just going to use the culling here, but maybe a cease and desist from Razork. Kobbe overstepping perhaps. The Tidal Wave though distracts the rest of Fnatic. They can't get close, and Razork's gone way too deep. Astralis will cull him. Kobbe now unstoppable on the Lucian.
And well, Astralis have just done a great job of creating those spaces for their carries to do just that. The round 1 flank is coming in from Dayor.
Dayor trying to get in behind them, immediately hooked, but look, he just doesn't take any damage. Wonder already down the stopwatch, trying to buy time, and Rux has to flash for the safety of the fountain. But he will not sup of a victory today. Astralis looking to claim their 3rd win in the winter split. Fnatic on their way to their worst ever performance, and Finn will bury them underneath the ground of their own Nexus. Astralis will claim victory and secure themselves at least a tiebreaker for groups.
Incredible performance from Astralis from start to finish. Their early game planning, their execution, their team fighting. Very little to fault across the board as Fnatic falls short once more. Of course, Fnatic not completely out yet, but their road to groups has now become that much harder.
A win tomorrow and an Astralis loss could still give Fnatic a tiebreaker game, but they are relying on Astralis or Koi losing.
I know that Jigend is very comfortable on the champion too, so Koi's comp is simple. Everyone, it team fights. That's what it does. It's really good in 5v5. It is very difficult to approach this
G2's bot lane should still be okay, as Yike looks for an invade here. It's the first time he's played, at least, in the big leagues, and he's trying to make his mark early on as Larssen and Caps trade in the mid lane. Caps going aggressive. He's hit with the Tristan to advance, though, and even with the flash, he can't get away. First blood over to Koi. This will sacrifice the red buff to Yike, but Larssen getting on the board early is a very strong start for Koi.
So Malrang started Raptors into Blue Gromp, and then he was making his way back up towards top, given that Larssen had the push, and now he's going to realize, oh, no, my blue has been stolen, but Yike now threatening a dive.
Shigenda trying to get away from this one. TP used by Larssen. Oranges to get away from the stun, but now Malrang is here. Yike uses the repel, goes back in against Shigenda. He's going to take the tower and he's going to die for it. Yike knew something had to happen. He gets the kill for his team. Larssen, and that is quite a big downside when he's on the Azir.
But
Mickey. So Comp's already used the dash here. Zenith Blade going forward. Trimby trying to get in the way as well, as Mickey is a little bit overstepped, but even the route on Hans Sama, Comp is just nowhere to go for him. Hans Sama takes him, rends him down. That's a bit
being applied. Caps now on the row. I don't have time to talk about any of the cool stuff that's happening, but
it's fine.
Again, no flash.
Again, nowhere for him to go, even with the oranges. He's not K. Caps still taking the tower. Caps gonna die. 1-for-1 trade in the top lane. Now, there's a lot of minions lost here. Malrang's going to come and try and pick some of them up. It's going to be 2 plates for Broken Blade. Malrang might... Nah, he's not going to be able to do enough damage to Broken Blade right now. Thank you. Mickey, flash, Zenith Blade, counter flash from Malrang, flash Cocoon, Solar Flare, Malrang locked in place, and there's nowhere for him to go. The bang sink in, and Yike takes the kill. Meanwhile, the Victor will charge in the mid lane. That's 3 plates in total. Caps has only picked up 2 of those. Importantly, the first one did fall as Larssen let the minions take it.
I say very good trade onto Shigenda. Malrang has his eyes set on Caps.
And where does Caps go from here? Trimby's on his way, there's the route. Caps does still have the flash. Malrang knocks him back though, and the Nature's Grass coming in. Malrang actually in a bit of a sticky situation as Mickey will take him out. G2 reacting perfectly there to save their mid lane. I
was shocked that Caps held his flash for so long, but...
For it, instead of, Malrang dying, it could have been all 3 of them. Crown now complete on Larssen as Comp tries to trade onto Hans Sama down towards his bottom side. Koya on the chase. Nature's Grasp up in 9 seconds time. The Cannon Barrage for a bit of a slow. Hans Sama still has the cleanse and has the flash, where Mickey might be the target. Good double stun, or a single stun and a slow there onto Malrang. Caps now collapsing in. Koi at home in the river, but Trimby goes in and immediately is locked out. Root's going to go onto the backline here. The Ultra Glades are being used as well as Mickey goes onto the backline. Comp trying to get the damage down, dodging around. Mickey in the midst of 3. Caps now diving forward. Mickey somehow still alive in all of this. Mickey just tanked them for an absolute ice age.
G2 walk away with every member still alive.
Situation, bit of a uneven ground coming into the final day of the regular season. Mickey looking for the Zenith Blade there, doesn't get it. Trimby going onto Hans Sama as well. Comp diving in. The lightning crash with the stun already onto Comp. Solar Flare on the backline. Larssen now going in with the image to survive. Hans Sama still surviving. Hans Sama still surviving. Hans Sama is still alive! And the French phenom will not be denied!
Unbelievable team fight from G2. Only Caps falls, but that is an ace as Koi is wiped off the map and G2 shut down their rivals.
And everything was invested on killing Hans Sama, but he just refused to go down. The Baron now much easier for G2 to take. They will secure it. 3 minutes on the Infernal Soul for them as well. And any hope that may have remained, we can only stand and watch in their base, watch over the ramparts and see perhaps if there is some small crack in the G2 armor, some small crack in this advance because the siege is strong. Another Cocoon lands, Larssen locked up, stunned, doesn't have a moment to breathe. The Emperor's Divide will pull G2 back, but what can you do? Caps attacking the tower. It's a 3v4 in the base and G2 are still winning it. A second for Yike. Shigenda, Trimby and Malrang really don't have much as they continue to be forced back. G2 push in the bottom lane and are looking for the win.
Hans Sama wasn't even in the fight, but it didn't matter. Yike, Broken Blade, and Mickey was all G2 needed as they see the Nexus in their eyes. They're looking to shut down Koi.
As much as Koi had a good performance yesterday, it is nothing in the face of G2. The Baron remains for 50 seconds. Koi, though, do have Larssen and Comp up in the next 15. Broken Blade will back away. Infernal Soul 42 seconds away.
Oh, G2
do they know it's here?
Though.
Broken Blade, Nature's Grasp, does go in. Now Koi could find something
Broken
here.
Blade, you need to chill out. You do not have the HP to fight Koi. Or maybe you do.
I think it's okay. I think that cat's gonna go splat, pretty lickety split. He gets forced away. The Bramble Smash, Malrang using a phase rush to try and escape this one, but Broken Blade doesn't want him to get out. Meanwhile, on the other side, Larssen caught up. The hook goes wide as all of G2 dodge it. Mickey diving in, and he will fall 1-for-1 to find this trade, but Trimby is low.
But hang on a second, G2's in Koi's base, and Koi is in fact not.
Just shepherd him. Like a terrier, they're keeping them away from this. Trimby dies, and G2 on the Nexus Towers. Broken Blade turning onto Comp, who tries to escape, but just can't get away, even with the cleanse. It's not enough. Hansama will fall in the end. Shigenda picks up 950 gold. But what damn use is that if your Nexus is felled? G2 will match Mad and Vitality at the top of the table.
A quick one to round things out as G2 continue their early game dominance. Yesterday, they demonstrated their ability to bounce back. Today, they demonstrated why they are such a scary early game team. Caps fell behind early, but his sacrifice was to set up for the side lane success. His roams to top, shutting down Shigenda and giving Broken Blade a huge lead. Yike and Caps working together to make Hans and Mickey's 2v2 lane.